Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Third Coast on the Third Rock. It's your boy Nate with
Jody Joe.
Jody Joe. We're getting down here. Man, I gotta be honest. We had a bit of a problem getting this rolling, but now we rolling. We right where we need to be, baby girl.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties,
So
man.
early in the morning.
That's too early, man. Me and homie, we work graveyard, so we do these things early for you, the people, the motherfucking people, because we love you. So.
We're just gonna bring up an experience.
Experiences. Me and Jody were talking about the different experiences that we've had to go through growing up and everything. Weird ones. It's the weird experiences because we've all had all kinds of bullshit. No one gives a fuck about the general shit. So I'm gonna kick it off. This is what I mean by weird experiences. When I was like 13 years old, I was at my new house, my family, 2-story house. I'm cool guy. I got skates, right? I'm a loser. I mean, shout out to the boys rolling inline skates. I had the inline.
The single skates or the double skates?
It was inline, yeah. So it was like, I'm like, fucking, what's that bitch name? In Long Kiss Goodnight, where she's chasing them. Better, she had ice skates, but I had basically the same thing with the wheels. Anyway, so I'm there. I meet up with my friend. I can't remember. I think his name was. He had a weird name. He was a black bro, and his name was like Duce or Uche. He had a weird name, but he was super cool. And he met up with me, and we're at the end of my driveway. At the bottom of my fucking driveway, there's like 20 or 30 condoms, just like everywhere. And at the time,
sounds better.
well, check this shit. Hold on. Now I'm seeing these condoms. I don't know what condoms are. I'm a dumb young kid. I asked him, I said, dude, these some kind of noodles? I pick one of them up. Like, it looks like a pasta noodle, basically. When I'm a kid, I think pasta. He looks at me, he laughs. He's like, bro, that's not a noodle. He's like, dude, that's a motherfucking condom. You got a bunch of them. What are you doing all these condoms in your driveway? And I was like, I didn't put them here. Like, I'm a kid. I don't know what the fuck.
That's crazy that he already knew about the
He knew. See, well, that's the thing, man. Like, I grew up under a rock. I didn't know a lot of stuff that a lot of people already knew. You know what I mean? Like that, condoms. I'm over here thinking like the fucking pasta noodles, like a jackass. Like, what kind of pasta comes in a single package? You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid, man. It's fucking stupid. You know? Yeah, one of those.
I mean, nothing like that otherwise, but I did do some weird ass things.
Like.
I'll tell you, I was a crazy person that wasn't fascinated with fire.
You're a pyro?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What did you burn? All right. What did you burn? That's what that means. What do you do? What do you burn?
I used to live in this one house. It was like a brick house.
Mm.
And I was just fascinated with it. No, I take it back because I had 2 incidents with the pyro.
Yeah. Okay.
One was the brick house.
Okay.
I'm just chilling. My mom's just back then she could smoke cigarettes. Her and my dad.
Hmm.
I just saw the lighter right there, and I'm like, I'm playing with it, just turning it on. Well, I had this great ass idea, there's paper right there. Like, not paper, but paper towels.
That's worse than a paper. Okay.
My crazy idea was to pick it up on the edge of the corner and light the motherfucker on fire. Just hold it in my hand.
And see what happens.
Shit just flamed up.
Real fucking quick.
And I dropped it on the floor. All you see is like a little puddle of fire going on.
Oh god.
As soon as my mom hit the corner, she saw that. She fucking yelled. I booked that shit.
Just burning the house down real quick for fun.
Yeah. And then my other incident, they like to barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
So, I want to say it was like maybe 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I found the lighter fluid. I'm on the side of the house.
Okay.
So I see the fence. Between the fence from the house to it's like as you're going in and out of the backyard, that fence that just opens and
The
closes.
the side yard, basically, the side fence.
Yeah,
Get to the
this
back.
one is directly in the side of the house.
Uh-huh.
So I had the lighter fluid. Playing around with it, I start the lighter fluid. I start
Soaking the fence.
yeah.
The fuck?
That one part where you open and close.
The escape. The escape, basically.
Yeah. So I'm there just. Well, this time it's matches.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
I wasn't gonna mess with no lighter and go to the fence and just.
Yeah, and burn all your facial hair off.
Yeah. So I don't know what gave me the idea. But I grabbed a match, scratched the box, and I threw it. That one didn't work the first time.
Yeah,
Second
damn.
time with the charm. There's the whole side of the fence went up in flames, and it's right next to the house.
Yeah, it's connected to the fucking house.
So my first instinct was like, "Fuck!"
You saw the flame. You're like, oh, that's it. Like, they possibly catch to the fucking house wall.
Luckily, I wasn't in the back side. I was in the front side.
Oh, okay.
So the water hose is just right there.
Damn, had it been the different, you were in the backyard, you'd be fucked. You'd be like, you have to jump the neighbor's fence and jump the other fence to get to the fucking hose.
Yeah, on top of that,
Jesus.
especially if it's a rental, you're renting
Oh God.
the house from somebody.
What did the owner say when he found out that
See, but the thing is, the fire didn't reach. It could have reached to the house and it lit the whole side of the house.
Yeah.
But luckily, I'm just right on the fence.
Damn.
Cause that could have been fucked. The house could have burned down.
God damn, you crazy girl. You over here setting your own shit on fire and you have enough sense to put it out. That's hardcore.
That was just an episode of being.
Just growing up with Jodi.
I mean, I could go on with stories about fascinating with when I was just lighting shit on fire. We used to have this Jeep. It's like a power wheel.
Oh, like a big wheel, like when you hop on your kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one's like you charge the battery, you pop it in, and you can drive around in it. Well, I had the idea. We had a shed in the back at the brick house. I almost burned down that shed in the back because I put the power wheel inside of the shed. And again, lighter fluid. I just started pouring crazy onto the Jeep.
Why did you know what told you that would be a good idea? You're like, I'm gonna just glaze this Jeep real quick. Why?
I don't know. I just know the experience of seeing my brother's dad run outside. I was like, I'm fucked. My first thing was, I'm gonna hop this fucking fence and I'm gonna run for it.
It's almost like you wanted to. You're like, let me get their attention real quick. Let me burn some shit down to get someone coming after my ass. That's crazy, girl. I never had an experience with fire like that. Like, I deliberately, especially lighter fluid, man. Fire is one thing. When you put lighter fluid on, that's business, man. That's some mafioso shit, man. That's like, you down some motherfucker, he's there, you're all smiling. That song, what's that? Stuck in the Middle with You's playing, you're there just down some, stuck in the middle with you.
Writing my name on the grass.
Joseph. Like the bat signal. Oh, badass.
Nah, but that's not my only experience. I mean, I don't know. When I was a kid, I had a lot of. I would say I was more or less like the daredevil of it all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You were the evil Knievel of the family.
Yeah, especially when this part right here is
some fuck.
Yeah.
Some fuckery.
Okay, I had this cousin. She's technically not my cousin.
Oh.
But she brought into the family because of my uncle.
All right. Well, this. You know where we're going, ladies.
Yeah. Well, not like that.
Not like that.
This is a different type of experience. Well, she told me that I wouldn't do it, and me, I take dares like fuck it.
Like life or death, like.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do it today. Well, she was like, you won't pee on that extension cord and it's plugged into the wall. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, is that a challenge?
She's like, you won't. I'm only about maybe, I want to say 11, 10.
I mean, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
She knew what she
For
was
her to
doing.
dare me.
Yeah, she knew. He's gonna burn this
But
motherfucker
I'm
down.
not shy. So I'm like, alright. So I whip my shit out in front of her and I'm like, I'm gonna do this shit.
His cousin, by the way. not related.
Not blood, but.
Not blood.
But you can see I'm missing, but the puddle's hidden.
Oh my god.
Cause I got a feeling if that puddle was, I mean, if I was directing to that shit, I got a feeling it's gonna come
The
right.
little just stream back to your dick hole.
My shit gonna be fucking burned off after that.
You burned off, bitch. You be dead. They're shaking, seizuring.
Lucky it was just splashing on there, and what actually happened, it blew the fuse from the house. And nobody knew why it fucking blew out or anything.
No one knew it. Piss was the culprit.
So as soon as it fucking went out, I grabbed the fucking wire and I unplugged it from the thing. So when they turn it on, it doesn't fucking blow out again.
Right. Soaked in your fucking saturated in Jodi's piss. Yeah, it's fucked up though. Like she knew what she was doing. She was like, I want to fucking start some shit in the house. And Jody's a good one. He's a scapegoat. You're a willing scapegoat at that point.
I don't know. At that point, when I was growing up, it was just something fun to do.
It was something fun to do.
It was just an experience, like when you get that rush. Like somebody dares you and they think you are not that type to do it, but
I get what you're saying. I'm trying to reminisce right now. Dig deep back in my goodie bag of memories and fuckery that I did like that. And if someone dared me to do something I shouldn't have done, man, honestly, off the dome, and I'm buzzing. Maybe that's the reason. You know what though? I did some fuck shit though. There's nothing nobody dared me to do. When I was a kid, I used to shit behind the tree. Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Word is bond. Now the world knows. Your boy used to shit behind the motherfucking tree.
When you grew up, you went from the bottom to the toilet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, son. So check this shit out, man. I'm a little kid, man. I think I was like 3, maybe 4 years old. And I don't know. And, you know, I've heard this from other people when they're kids. You did weird shit when they shit. You know, they go hide behind. They hide. You know, they use a hiding thing, right? It's a hiding thing.
By the sofa.
Yes. Obviously, you hid behind the sofa.
Nah.
Okay. All right. Well, check this out. I have no shame.
No, but I'll bring up another one similar to that.
Okay. So I don't.
Not about me.
I was about to say it so I don't feel alone in this, but now it's about some other motherfucker, so I'm still kind of alone because I don't know that motherfucker. Anyways, I had the urge. I'm like, oh man, I gotta take a shit. So I go outside in the front yard, not the backyard. You would think it would make sense to even go to the side yard, right?
Yeah.
I go to the fucking front yard. We had a big oak tree in the front yard, but it's a tree. There's no really good place to hide by the tree. You use the tree when you're doing hide and go seek. You count at the tree. No one hides at the fucking tree except for your boy. So I'm there. I hide on one side of the tree that's not facing the house. So whoever's in the house, they can't see me, right? That's my thought. I'm safe. I'm there doing my thing, not realizing that everything behind me is like, you know, the rest of the fucking neighborhood, like other houses, people's front yards. Anyone could just come out in their front yard and see me shitting myself. But of course, as a kid, I wasn't like popping a squat on the ground. I'm just standing there shitting my pants. I would just stand there, shit my pants, and then go inside and change my shit.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen like that, basically. My sister would get mad. She'd go, Nathan, what are you doing? She said, I just peep my head and look at her and hide back behind the tree, all cool guy.
The peak of shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't remember middle school or high school,
Ooh.
but I know we just got off the bus. you know, sometimes you come home, you're expecting one of your parents to be home to let you inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, nobody was home that day.
Okay.
And I could tell they went in the other car because the minivan's sitting there in the driveway.
That one, no one really used that one unless.
And, well, his dad uses it.
Okay.
Because I don't know why. Every time he's using a minivan. My mom's the one driving the car.
Okay. Minivans are comfy. Shout out to minivans.
But, so nobody's home. We're trying to get in the house. There's no way to get in that fucking house. We don't have no key. They don't want to give us no key.
That's fucked up.
Because we might tear up the
You
house.
might burn some shit down.
So, he's like, I gotta go to the restroom. I was like, you're gonna have to wait. He goes, but this ain't like something I can go do right here, right now. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I have to go. Like, it's not like you piss.
Oh, you gotta take a shit.
Yeah. So he's trying to find a place.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Like, what are you doing? He goes, I gotta go.
He's looking around.
He goes to the minivan, tries to open the door.
What's he gonna do with the minivan?
He's opening it. Well, luckily one of the doors went unlocked. So he unlocks it.
Yeah.
While he's looking around, he sees a trash bag in the minivan.
Oh no.
So he goes to the back seat.
Oh no.
With the trash bag.
Oh god.
I'm like, are you really gonna do this or not? I can't hold it in. Nobody's gonna find out. I was like, so what are you gonna do? You know, take a shit and piss?
He turns around, pisses in the back.
And pissing all over the seats.
What? Oh my god. You just dabbed it. You know, no one noticed.
I'll clean it up. So he grabs a bag. The motherfucker shits in the bag inside the minivan. All doors closed. Hot as fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, how the fuck is he gonna wipe his ass after he's taking shit in the bag? I don't know what he did or whatever.
Napkins in the glove box.
Well, he took care of the business. He handled the business in that motherfucker. Comes out, ties the bag, swinging that motherfucker like.
Oh.
And he's like,
that's gross.
He's like, I don't know where to do it. Well, I told him, you see that wrap? I mean, there was like a little string. I was like, grab that string, tie it up for me on the end of the handles of the bag. So he tied the bag up secure. I put it on the handle. I just fucking reached back.
Oh god.
And I lunged that bitch right into the tree.
In the tree?
Yeah, in the tree.
You threw shit back in the tree?
In our own fucking tree, in our own.
Did it break?
No, it just. You could just see it go, a big ass fucking turd just.
It just hung in the tree.
It hung in the tree because the fucking string caught up onto the branches.
What do you think it was gonna happen?
I just left it like this.
How long was it there?
And for a good while until it finally rained and the shit just went bloop, right into the ground.
That's gross. You fucking thought it would fucking fly out of sight. That's fucked up.
Yeah. I thought my brother was lying about going.
That's rowdy. That's hardcore. Shit in the bag. That's disgusting. Man, I don't think I've done that one. I mean, I thought shitting behind a tree was pretty bad, honestly, and it is. And shitting behind a tree is pretty fucked, you know. But shitting in a bag, I bet it smelled in the minivan afterwards. I bet it was fucking rancid. Like, and the dad got in the van, he was all like, oh.
Well, you see, his dad can't find out. I mean, he could tell our mom, but his dad, he's one of those military guys. Everything's strict.
Oh, so
he found out. He would have got his ass.
Now, you know what? Military, they should be understanding though to that, in my opinion, because, you know, if you think about it, like, I bet there's some stories if we get a Marine in here, right? We get someone in the Marines who'll tell you, like, yeah, man, I was out there, you know,
digging
holes, shitting in holes. I had to use the thumb. You know, I had no toilet paper. Gotta get in there, scrape. Oh, you gotta scrape. I bet there's some like he understands at the point. You know, maybe he doesn't like it, but he's like, okay. Like he understands. Now throwing it in the fucking tree, I don't understand that. Why didn't you look for the trash can? That's fucking weird. You threw it all badass, like Linus from fucking Charlie Brown. You're all...
His dad he's really strict, really, really, really strict. I'm talking about
like grab your face and shove it in that shit.
Like you gotta be up by 6:30 in the morning.
Oh shit, one of those dads.
Wake up, brush your teeth, or eat breakfast, brush your teeth.
If you get up from the table, you have to be like, may I be excused from the table?
No, it's basically when you're finished, he already set his rules where when you're done, go inside your room. You gotta clean your room before you go. Everything has to be off the floor. You gotta vacuum. If there's no carpet, you have to mop.
Damn.
Everything has to be done at 100% before you go.
That's
if it's not done, you have to wait until you actually finish it.
Damn. That sounds like the dad from American Beauty. Straight up. That's hardcore.
And he'll go through making sure.
He's all little fine hair tooth comb. He's all. He pulls out a little speck. He's like, what is this? What is this you see here in between my fingertips? That's rowdy.
It is, because if he doesn't like it a certain way he has it at, I mean, you gotta redo everything all over again.
I never had that issue with like strict military parents or anything like that. Man, that's crazy. Flinging shit bags into trees and shit.
Yep, and then
that's fucked.
It's kind of like he's treating you like he's in the service cell. I mean, like you fuck up, he's going in your face and just giving it to you like he's a
Do you hear me, boy? You see what I'm saying, do you? Oh, rowdy. Hell no. I'd have been fucked. Fuck that. I've been doing shit like that to nah. I'd be mad if my parents did that shit. My parents were strict when I was growing up, but not like that. It was more like, man, you know what? Now we got off the fuck topic about, we'll get back to that, but you know what? Talking about strict parents and militaries. So, my parents were strict, but not military strict. They were strict in it's Christianity strict, and that's kind of different. And I remember one time when at my school, I went to a tiny ass school, and we had a banquet. We don't have prom at my school. We have banquets. So in the class, we just go to a restaurant, but our family's there, as our parents are there. Man, I'm there with my girlfriend. She's a junior. And her mom said, "Oh, you can go with her." So it's me, my girl, my parents. Everything's going good. We're downtown chilling. My rest of the classmates are there with their friends, their family, and everything. Like, cool. Everyone else, yeah, it was a great time. It was cool. Everyone else, they were like, "Yo, Nate, we're gonna go walk around downtown. We're gonna go to River Walk and check out the lights or anything." Because around that general time for like, I think Christmas. My mom and dad were like, "No, we have to go home." So I was like, okay. So we're in the back seat, me and my girl, and we're sharing headphones. You're doing high school, you share a headphone, but I play a song that makes her tear up because she knows I'm gonna graduate, and she's like, oh man, she's getting all emotional. My mom looks in the rearview mirror and sees her kind of tearing. Not she doesn't see her tearing up. She sees her like giving me a hug. My mom was so bad at the time. She was all, "Y'all need to move. Y'all need to separate now." Just like that. And I'm looking at her like, what happened? What's going on? She's like, "Y'all are so disrespectful. Y'all don't care about authority. Y'all do whatever you want, this and that." I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, red flags going up in my head. I'm like, no. And then my girl's trying to apologize, and my mom's not having it. She's like, no, I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking, I'm like, and my dad chimes in. My dad's usually my ace in my hole. But then he sided against me, son of a bitch. And he was like, "Your mother's right. You need to listen to your mother." Oh my God. So we drop off my girl. She's crying, apologizing to my mom. I walk her to her apartment. I tell her mom, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on this night. I go back to the whip with my parents. And I'm like, what the fuck? And my mom turned around. Boom! Slaps the living shit out of me. Slaps it clean on my face. I was like, oh. I had that ringing in my ear. It was all, you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, I am so tired of you being disrespectful. You got caught making out. I caught you with the condoms in your bag. Like, all guys, she's bringing up all my dirt. And I'm just there like, what the fuck? Like, what have I done? Man, that's the worst, man. Oh, she ruined the night for me. Shout out to strict parents. I love my parents, but not when they're fucking strict as to hell. That is fucked.
I mean, I know this feeling. Well, I can't say. I can't say I actually did it to myself.
Oh.
So
Okay.
It's kind of like, yeah. I mean, if the strictness wasn't there, it'd be a different scenario.
Okay.
Than what it is now.
Okay.
Meaning, I could have been living a different type of life than what I'm doing now.
Oh shit.
Without any. Basically, you could say they put a straight, narrow lining in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I would have been another type of child that just does whatever he wants, I mean,
You'd have been
that life of
off
crime.
the wall, right? Robbing people, burning them.
I mean, I started off that way, but
Life of crime.
put everything in line. I took a pretty good ass whipping though, cause I'll tell you.
Yeah. Like ass whooping? You're talking about a switch. I used to get the switch. You mean like fist? Your mother.
I mean,
Ever.
it's kind of like you catch him on a good day. You get the not my mom. Like you catch him on a good day, you might get the belt. I mean, doesn't mean you're gonna get spanked in your ass, but you're gonna get the belt.
Damn. Big belt to the cheek. All fucked up. The belt.
Yeah, you fuck around and you say something like call him a bitch or something, and then you get the fucking class ring to the face.
Okay, well, the god damn. Okay,
I just feel that like he bitch slapped you like wow.
Yeah, that's a concussion. Class ring to the face at a kid's age, that's a concussion.
Fucking went to school with a busted lip. Like,
Jesus. That's rowdy. What you doing calling what is your dad a bitch? Calling him a bitch? Yeah, I'll give you a class ring to the fucking face for that one too. A class ring to the face. See, it's different when you say a ring, you know? But when you say class ring, everybody knows that's that big motherfucker with the fucking emerald on it, and it's got all the jagged,
So when you see it, you're gonna see the fucking class, the gear, and all that shit.
1987. That's rowdy. That's hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, be like he's fucking weird.
Like Ace Ventura.
Fucking fight back. I mean,
well, you could, but you go get another ring to the face. That's hardcore. I will say this. I love my parents because they never took a class ring to my face. My mom would take the switch to my ass cheeks, dude. The switch, or grab a broken branch off the tree. That I think I would much rather have over, 87 ring.
My mom, she's strict too, but not she's lenient because, I mean, she's more understanding of like, she grew up, she did some things to herself, so I mean, she can't be saying don't do this if she's done it, don't do that if she's done it.
Mm.
So if I did cross a line, I mean, at least I know she's gonna spank me in the ass with the belt, or she's gonna grab the chancla and spank me in the ass.
Shout out to the chancla. I never had the chancla. I would have preferred those. It was always the switch or the back scratcher.
I mean, until you go to your grandmother's house. Now my grandmother's a different story.
She was worse.
I mean, she'll tell you to go pick a switch out the tree. She'll get the extension cord.
Oh God.
I mean,
she make her own weapon.
Yeah.
she jimmy up and beat your ass.
You know, like nunchuck is fucking wow.
Like she's all badass.
You gotta make sure you feel that shit.
Jesus. My teacher, my old high school teacher, Shout out to my old high school teacher, Mr. Hatch. I love you, bro. Man, sometimes my mom would be overboard. At our school, we'd have blue notes, yellow notes, and orange notes. Blue notes were like a write up. A yellow note was like a warning, and an orange note was like, you gotta get a SWAT. Every time I get any fucking colored note, I had to show my mom. Obviously, she worked at the goddamn school, so if I didn't show her, she'd hear it from somebody else. It don't matter if it was a fucking blue or a yellow. She would still treat it like an orange. She would take me to the fucking principal's office, and she'd tell him that, yeah, you need to give him some SWATs. And I'd be there like, what the fuck? And the principal was like, what the fuck? Like, he didn't say that, obviously, but he was like, are you sure it's a blue note? She's like, no, he needs to learn. He needs to learn. And I'm there like, oh my God. And my teacher, bless his heart, he did not have the best aim. And he had a paddle board like a fucking, what's that game they play with a paddle?
Ping pong?
No, it's a long board. It's like an English game they play. Cricket. I think it was like a cricket board he had.
Oh, yes.
And a long fucking cricket board with holes in the motherfucker. It was wooden too. Yeah. It had holes drilled in it. So it had some fucking, you know what I mean? Like it can. And man, he did 2 SWATs, and the first one was the worst, man. He hit my tailbone. He didn't even hit the ass cheeks. He hit my fucking tailbone. I remember I arched my back. I was like, oh! I was like, fuck! And he put his hand on my shoulder. Like, it's okay. I was like, motherfucker! And he swapped me on. That sounded kind of fucked up. When he swapped me on my ass cheek the next time. But dude, I remember from that point on. I mean after that, I was like, Jesus! Like he hit the fuck out of my tailbone. I don't think they allow that anymore in schools today, right?
I had my fair share of
the SWATs.
I started off in elementary with that SWAT.
Mm-hmm.
Elementary.
Fuck the SWAT.
That was this boy. I mean, we were friends.
Mm-hmm.
Let me collect it back. We were friends. I had this girl that I was talking to. Well, she stopped talking to me, and she started talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the library. He's trying to show off and all of this in front of the girl, and then I just tell him, just leave me alone. Like, he's trying to like, basically, he's one of those guys that want to try to make fun of you, just act cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, alright, just leave me alone, you know, just.
Yeah, trying to ease away from it. I understand that.
Because I'm not really. I don't really want to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, he kind of pushed my buttons. And when I was younger, I did have
a short fuse.
Yeah.
Oh.
So at that point, I was just pissed. I got up from the seat and I was gonna walk away. He got up. He thought it was gonna be funny. I can't remember what he did, but he did something to where I turned around and I gave him a good one right across the face because of what he did. All I see is him falling to the ground, and then I walk away, and the librarian comes and grabs me. He goes straight to the principal's office, and they're telling me what's going on. I'm like, well, you know, I tell him my situation. Well, my mom, she signed that paperwork saying that they can give you 3 licks.
Oh shit.
With that paddle.
3?
3 licks.
That's fucked up. We only had 2 in my school. That's fucked
and
up.
they make you put your hands on that desk and bend over.
They do that when they step back and all.
And I just remember I got double punishments because remember, you're getting spanked at school. That's not even counting when you're gonna get home.
Right.
So
your ass was as red as a Japanese flag in the middle.
I got them 3 licks. I remember because I went to home that day and I was Mr. Badass. Go home, fucking, I'm gonna play the PlayStation. I turn it on. I want to play Twisted Metal.
Yeah. Shout out Twisted Metal.
My brother's dad gets home and he hears about it. He fuck turning it on. He unplugs that motherfucker.
Oh shit.
And it's his turn to get his licks in.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
He's got a thicker forearm and shit.
Like, yeah, you're grounded right now, so I don't know why the fuck you're playing with it. He goes, bro, you're gonna take this ass beating right now real quick. boom. I'm like, fuck. So my ass is extra soda.
Yo, you sit down, it's like a hot cake about.
And his groundedness means like no, like nothing. You can't get nothing. You just gotta be in your room.
Like staring in the corner.
Exactly. You're in your room. You're just sitting there. Can't turn on nothing.
Contemplating.
So you're just there in a moment of silence, just like, fuck it.
That's fucked up.
Because if you're watching TV, I mean, you're in trouble. I told you you're not supposed to be watching TV.
They needed that validation, like he's in trouble. You know, the SWAT wasn't enough. Like, no, it's gonna extend, motherfucker. Eesh.
I mean, I gotta say I've been in trouble a lot. Especially, okay, my mom is Christian.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's dad is Catholic.
Okay. There's a distinguishment, ladies and gentlemen.
So, she was going based upon his religion because his parents are really up on that religion. My mom's more or less like,
Like she's chill.
yeah, but she ended up, back in my time, she ended up getting this scholarship where we can go. Now I never said this, but we can go to a Catholic school.
Okay.
So I went to a Catholic school down there. Let's just say I only made it for maybe about a year or two.
Okay. Why?
I get kicked out of that goddamn school.
You beat someone else's ass or what?
Well, this one guy.
This one fellow.
He did the same thing this dude in elementary did, but this time it wasn't nothing like that. He was just trying to show off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, cool. Well, I'm sitting there minding my own business because we're watching TV. They got the thing going on. At this time, it's like a pizza party, so we're just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just minding my own business, watching the movie, and he just
fucking with you.
Yeah, because he knows he's getting attention around everybody. So I'm like, alright, I told him, hey, can you please stop? And we live 2 houses down from each other in the same block. So when we go home, I gotta see his ass at home, and he gotta see my ass at home. Well, he did whatever he did. I just had enough. So I get up.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, wrestling was a big ass thing.
Okay. Let's keep that in mind.
So I grab his head in a headlock.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah. That day I wasn't playing.
Okay.
And I went straight to the table and I slammed his head right into the fucking table.
You did a Seth Rogen and Pineapple Express. Yo, this ends now. He ran his head.
How do you see him flying back? Flopping on the floor. I'm like, fuck.
I did it again.
They're not playing that shit.
Fuck no, and Catholics, they're a little more intense.
So I'm sitting in the office, and that was it. They're like, we can't have that sort of thing. I mean, this is not what the school's about.
No, yeah, scholarship went to shit, huh?
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna have to expel
them. After 2 years.
And that's a good school.
Mm.
I mean, I grew up on the worstest schools in there. Get into this okay school. The only thing it was okay. The only thing I didn't like was going to church every Friday.
Oh yeah, I did the same thing in my school. I feel it.
Church every Friday. Yeah. And then I went back straight to another school after that one, and that one is like shitty. I'm like, fucking shitty ass school compared to where I was at.
You shitted on your fucking run with the Catholic school.
It was like luxury compared to going back to like
rats and roaches on the walls and the lights flickering in the hallway don't work. They don't change the bulb.
I mean, you got fucking death threats of gangs talking about you're gonna shoot up the schools.
Oh shit!
You're like, fuck.
Man, we never had death threats in my school. That's rowdy. The craziest thing is people pull a fire alarm once in a while. And I hear that's pretty rowdy at a public school to do that. But at our school, it was like someone would just do it. It's like, we just gotta go line up outside.
I mean, when I went to high school, I went to this high school. they wouldn't put in fire alarms, but the cafeteria, okay, there's the first floor, but the cafeteria is in the basement.
Okay.
So when shit got rowdy, they had this thing where they would throw food around. So this is food fight.
Mm.
So imagine throwing food around and you just see like a wave of food just, and then next thing you know it, somebody decides, hey, it's a food fight. There's the light switch right there. Switch that bitch out.
Shit.
When you know the lights go out, you gotta duck.
It's gonna get hardcore. Throwing glass bottles and shit.
You gonna duck. I mean, there's gonna be fucking chairs flying.
Oh
in the
shit. It's no longer food at that point. That's rowdy. That's like a prison.
So as soon as the shit, I would fucking go.
One the cafeteria, they throw like a rubber bomb grenade. They're all badass.
Fuck yeah, I mean.
That's fucking hardcore. I never had a food fight. I always want to have a food fight in my fucking school.
I mean, it was cool and all, but when I knew I saw the wave coming, I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to fucking.
Like peas and pizza and mashed potatoes and shit, just fun.
Yeah, especially the clothes that I was paying for, because I was buying all my clothes out of my own pocket, because my parents, they're really tight budget on the money.
Mm-hmm.
So if they buy clothes, they're gonna get you Walmart edition type shit. So
Don't shout Walmart clothes.
me, I was big into like basketball shorts. Like, the main ones I would buy is Allen Iverson's.
Okay.
And then strictly Allen Iverson shoes, you know. That
Damn, the AI3, those are shit.
So at that time, that's when like, yeah, I ain't about to get my fucking $60 shorts, all food and 45 or.
You hit it on the table.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, fuck that, $100-something shoes.
Man, fuck, I would have done the same thing straight up. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. I probably would have ruined my clothes. It's fucking, like, I'm all happy and smiling with fucking cucumbers and fucking mashed potatoes on me and shit.
But at the time, the only reason why I was affording that shit was because they were paying me to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
The school was paying me just to show up in class and do my work.
I remember you telling me about that. That's fucking badass. I wish I had some shit like that.
So I did that. That's the only way I was able to get out of senior year and doing half a year. I didn't even have to do the whole year. Because when I was in middle school, it started off in middle school, and they pay you to go to middle school so you can get your credits in advance. So I was collecting credits, like, man, fuck it.
That's shit. We had the advanced classes, but nothing that ever paid you to do it. That's fucking sick. That's what's up.
I mean, it's not much, but they would pay you. But the money was good until I got kicked out of the program. So
And then how did that happen?
They just say, one day I'm in the cafeteria. No, I took it outside. I'm outside in the ramp of the cafeteria where the truck's coming to unload. And I'm making a transaction.
Okay. A transaction.
At the time, I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, I didn't know this motherfucker standing right there, and he's seeing behind me. I'm seeing behind him. I see a football field. He's seeing the doors. This fool thinks I'm Coinstar or some shit, so he gives me a bag of change. And some money, too, at the same time.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, is it all here? And he's like, yeah. Well, as soon as I fucking like, alright, he tosses everything I just gave him back at me. And then all I see him is fucking run. And I just have it in my hand.
You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, well,
knew.
At that time, I was like, I guess I got free money. I turn around, it's the coach. And then the 2 school officers.
Ooh.
My first reaction, like, I'm gonna fucking run. But at that time, I'm like, you know, fuck it. So I just took it.
Yeah. Damn.
Went straight to juvie that day.
That same day?
Yeah, because they had as soon as I get there, they arrest me. They start filling out the paperwork. And then they literally grabbed the shit, put it in the tester. They popped it. They're like, it's supposed to turn a certain color. He's flicking the fuck out of it.
He's like, come on, it's gonna turn, you son
He's
of
like,
a
it's
bitch.
supposed to turn this certain color. So when he pops it, he's flicking the shit out of it. He looks at it and he shakes it and he goes, God damn, he goes, this is some good shit.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, because this color is coming out like it's like
It's some loud. It was some loud.
like,
that good.
So as soon as he does that, he bags everything, evidence, fucking takes me all the way down to the juvie. When I get to juvie, now that place, I mean, I'm a minor at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But them juvie officers, they don't play around. They don't treat you like a minor. They treat you like you're a fucking adult.
Oh, go there, bitch! Like, oh, cussing at you and shit.
Oh, you have to take off your shoes. You have to fucking take off your belt.
They delouse you. You're butt naked, covered in white powder.
On top of that,
delouse.
I'm not even wearing my pants. I'm wearing my brother's pants.
Oh shit.
That time, like, I don't know. I can't remember why, but something happened that I was like, fuck, I had to use your pants. I think I was gonna be late for school and I didn't fucking. I was being lazy to look for clean clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wearing him. It's his. My brother's bigger than me. So once I take off that belt, I had to fucking hold it. And he's like, put your hand against the wall. I'm like, alright. And then he's like, spread your leg. I can't spread them because they're like not my size. Like, they're holding my legs.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker just grabs. He grabs the end of the.
With the belt loop.
Yeah, he puts his finger in there. Like if he's giving me a fucking wedge, he picks me up like he just hurries up and he kicks the shit out of my feet, and I'm almost dead shit doing a split. Just so he pat me down. Like,
you stretch your ass a little. That's fucked up.
Son of a bitch.
Fuck that noise, man.
No, yeah, I mean it's a bad experience because I had to learn through it. I mean you gotta learn from what you.
Right, that's the key thing to take away. As long as you have all these stories, and see, be one thing, if we're still doing this kind of fuck shit. I mean, obviously not going to juvie and shit. You know, we're grown ass men, but I mean, like, I guess at this point it'd be like getting fucked up with the cops, some shit like that. But
Stereotypes.
yeah, man, like that would be fun. Luckily, like you said, you learn from it. That's the main thing. As long as you learn from it, you know.
Especially when you're in there. I mean, they put me in a holding cell. When you're in a holding cell.
In juvie.
Yes, they have one before you go into the actual thing.
Oh shit.
And you got you got 2 floors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the bottom floor. But
General population.
Yeah, it's almost like that. You're in that little pod, and the only thing about it is like every single kid. There's like almost a couple of kids. I don't know if it's mixed, like boy and girl, but I know I see a whole bunch of boys, and I guess they're getting processed. Well, all you hear is crying, like there's kids crying.
Oh
everywhere.
shit!
Like, God damn.
That's ugly. Fear, nothing but fear. I hear it's like, okay, I don't know if it's the same now as it was then, but I hear juvie's kind of like a little prison. Like I've heard homies getting raped in juvie. Is that a real thing? Have you heard something like that?
I can't really tell you because I never made it actually far into it, but I had to stay in the holding cell. Okay. Because I'm being processed. So at this point, it's kind of like I'm in there for a few. Mm-hmm. And at that point, they had to get a hold of my parents and they had to see. They asked your parents, do you want him to be in here? Or do you want to take him home? Mm. Now, they could have left me in there, but they decided to take me home. No, my mom wanted to take me home. Mm-hmm. My brother's dad was like, nah, he needs to learn. Keep him in there.
Oh, shit. Tough love.
I would have never made it out. And if I would have stayed in there, I was looking at a year just being in juvie.
Damn. Fuck.
A fucking whole year. And since they decided to let me go, and they told me I would have to corroborate. They told me I would have to go through probation. They said if I'm good on probation, I'll only do 6 months on probation, and then they'll let me free.
It is. It's a little prison. They're preparing you for shit like that. That's crazy, dude. You had a PO? You had a PO?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's fucking crazy.
She was a bitch. I still remember her name.
What's her name?
Rebecca Martinez Torres.
Yes. Anti shout out to that bitch. Anti shout out Rebecca Martinez Torres. Go fuck yourself.
First day I met her, she was already talking about, are you dirty? Me, I'm like, nah, I'm not dirty. She wasn't playing it. She's like, you're wasting my time.
She knew you were dirty.
She's saying, if you pee in this cup and it comes back, she goes, you just pissed me off by saying you're clean and it's dirty. Fuck this probation. You're going in.
Oh shit.
She goes, I'm not gonna deal with it.
Alright, yeah, I'm dirty.
So instead of like, as soon as she like grabs a cup and she's about to bust open it, I was like, no, I'm dirty. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna take that risk.
Alright, for real. She already told you blatantly. Fuck, I would have done the same thing. Fuck, man.
No, I'm dirty. She goes, then why'd you lie? I was like,
no, at that point, I'd be like, bitch. I would have, man, because sometimes people, like, especially when you're younger, they'll be like, why did you lie? And, you know, when you're younger, you have enough sense. You know what I mean? At that point, I'd be like, bitch, why the fuck do you think obviously, I'm scared you're going to fuck my life up? Like, duh, I'm going to lie, you retard. Ooh, I would have torn her a fat, brand new asshole on, like, the left side of her cheek, looking like some Swiss cheese. Straight up. I mean, that shit's stupid. She knows what's up, dumb bitch.
She did. I mean, because she looked at all my other previous histories.
I mean,
because I had previous histories of assaults.
How old are you, by the way?
At that time, I think I was 16.
9.
My first one that I caught, I really can't remember the first one. I just remember I was 15 because when I was 15, that's when it became assault. 16 came possession, and then it just charges were just like that.
Man.
Truancies and fucking hair, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, yeah.
Let me give you a little perspective on how black and white our worlds are and what I mean by that. I think I was 14 or 13. I had a friend in junior high who was a grade lower than me, but he was street smart. I'm a goofball. I don't really know much, you know. I was Harvard. He showed me a nickel bag of weed he bought. I didn't know I knew what weed was in a general sense, but I'd never seen it. I'd never smelled it or anything. I just heard that it smelled like a skunk or whatever. It was a very general outline of what I knew. It was bullshit. I see this bag and it's foiled up. It's unfoiled, and I look in the weed and everything, and I get it, and I open it up a little, and I throw the motherfucker. I throw it into the grass. Nyah! And I laugh when I do it. I'm like, ha ha ha, like, bitch, that wasn't weed. He watches my hand. The whole time he's watching, and he watches it release, and his eyes are following the bag, and the foil, and just, you know, dissipates. And it opens up, and the weed's gone. And he slowly looks back at me like this face. Like, have you seen Scarface? When he goes to his homie's house and he sees his sister in the balcony in the house, and he looks back at his homie like, motherfucker, like he's about to kill him. He looks at me with that face. I'm there smiling like an asshole. I'm a dumb kid. He stuck up, like he made the fist, and he moved his body back and everything. Boom! He stuck the fuck out of me. He snuck me bad in the stomach. I said, ooh! And he winded the fuck out of me. And that was the first time I realized how fucking stupid I was for doing something like that, because it was weed, you know. And he wasn't super mad. Later on, he came up to me. He was like, "I'm sorry for hitting you, man." He felt bad. He's like, "It was only $5." He's like, but still, he got mad. He's like, "That was my fucking weed, asshole." Like, when we're little kids, $5, that's like $10 to $20. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I had never smoked until I was 19, but when I first saw that, I was like, man, just grab some grass and put it in the floor, you asshole. Ain't nothing.
I mean, the first time I was 14 years old when I smoked.
Mm.
Same day, I was I was high as a kite. I'm playing fucking ball, and then like older crowd came, like they're because this is basketball court at this school,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the neighborhood thing. You go to that school when school hours are over with. That's where you play ball at.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, cool. I go play ball. Some older kids come, and I gotta say they're older than me, like way older than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they started introducing us to it.
No shit.
So
Oh, fucking crazy. Crime.
passes it me. I'm like, cool.
Don't mind if I do.
I do it. All I remember I was just after I hit it, I lay down on the floor and I was just fucking zoning the fuck out.
No more basketball. You're done.
I
That was
done.
then.
That's my first time. Like, I'm not gonna play ball.
It's fucking.
So I gotta walk home, and my house is like, it's a good walk. I mean, maybe a good 10-minute walk. So I'm like, fuck it, maybe a little bit longer distance. So it's a pretty good distance. Second time I do it, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it again. I'm playing like this time. I kind of got the feeling I'm all pumped up.
Okay, alright. Yeah, you're in it now.
So I did it. But this one didn't feel like the first one. This one was way different. And this time I decided to play ball at the same time. So I'm dribbling. As soon as I'm trying to go forward, I feel like my body got stuck from behind. Like I'm moving like
you left yourself. You're like, wait a minute.
I'm at a wave right there.
I need to rewind for a second.
That shit had me like, oh shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I just started playing ball. I'm like,
We shooting bricks? You're doing pretty good.
shit, I don't even remember. I just know like I did it, but then the game was over, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sit my ass down until I can calm down for a minute.
Or gather your bearings and everything.
After that, it started progressing to where I started to be able to handle it. Then I started to get the hang of it, and I'm like, alright.
Come on, more casual thing. Man. I mean, the first times I was doing a paper route, the very first time I was smoking, and that shit was rowdy because with the paper route here in San Antonio, shout out to San Antonio Express News, also anti-shout out to them because fuck them. You don't get a day off with the paper route, and you go like at 2 a.m. to roll up your fucking papers in this sweatshop. And then you go and drive around, throw papers at fucking houses like an asshole. And yeah, I was getting super stoned. I was getting so high to where I was missing addresses, throwing papers out the car when the window's not down. So it's like, bah! You just hit the fuck out of the window. It was bad. It was so bad, but it was the best. You know what I mean? I remember falling asleep on the paper route because I was also working daytime at a grocery store at the job right now still, and I was super tired and I was super stoned, and it was like fucking 4 a.m. I was with homie, and we're there cruising around. I almost hit a couple cars that were parked, and he's like, dude, you're gonna get us fucking killed. I'm like, nah, no, we're almost done. You know, I got the positivity. I'm like, oh, we gonna make it. Finally, I told him, like, I almost hit him. I don't know what it was, SUV. And I was like, we're gonna die. I'm gonna kill us right now. And he's like, dude, pull over. Just pull over, Frank. I was like, okay. So I pulled over, and there was a bunch of cars parked anyways. So I parallel parked, and I was like, just let me close my eyes for give me 10 minutes. I was like, okay. Never mind. It was like 4 a.m. when I first did this. I wake up. No, he woke up. He told me he woke up first. And that was true because he woke me up. He said it was like dusk. It was like now 7 in the morning ish, like getting closer to the 8 o'clock block. And he kind of like halfway, still getting his eyes together. He looks over at me, and I'm covered in newspapers. I had unraveled a couple of newspapers and made like a blanket. And I left the car idling with the AC on. She said the windows were all frosted up by the mirrors, like all fucking, you couldn't even see. It was cold as shit. And I'm just there, like in a fucking cocoon of newspapers. He's like, Nate, wake up. And I just sat up and instantly put the car in drive and started driving again, like it never even happened. And when I came to, I was like, I'm looking around, like, I see the sun. I look at the clock, it's 7 something. I was like, oh my fuck. I was like, dude, we should be home by now. I start flying. I'm like, just fuck it. Everyone's getting newspapers. We start throwing, I have a route sheet where it has all the addresses. I said, I don't give a fuck the route sheet. We're giving everybody. I had like fucking 60, 70 papers in my car. Frisbeeing them motherfuckers. They're landing in people's houses. They're landing on roofs. They hit a dog. Like, we're just chunking papers left and right. Man, I didn't get in trouble with the paper route. You get docked. So whatever house you miss, you get a complaint, and it's like 60 cents off. Man, they took off about $75 out of complaints just from that one single night, because I was so beat, I was so drained. I just gave everybody papers. I was like, man, everybody's getting a new paper. Fuck y'all. Man, straight up, it was pretty cool. Fuck yeah, man. Paper, man. These are like, I don't get that. It was badass. I mean, it wasn't badass. It was kind of. We would fuck with people too. Like when those complaints come through, they would show you the address. So we get the newspaper, and we had all kinds of snacks with us and shit. And I have random trash in my car. You know, you have trash in like a napkin. Pouring in the newspaper. Monster energy drink, followed by crumbled up Pop-Tarts, followed by crumbled up Cheez-Its, followed by some more Monster, followed by tissues that I blew my nose in. Fucking threw the motherfucker hard at the fucking garage door or the front door. And I would just like a pitcher. I would step back and I'd launch my arm, my fucking back leg be up in the air and shit. You know what I mean? Like I threw it with that much gusto. And I'd be all, bah! And it echoed. Like, fuck you. That was my ultimate fuck you. And they wake up, their paper's covered in Cheez-Its and Monster Energy drink. Sunday newspaper? Fuck yeah. That was the worst. So that was technically my first time getting high. And then I had that one moment where like I was on a roller coaster, but it was the paper route. The paper route that did it first. It's crazy, man. I got paper out stories. We're gonna have to talk about paper out stories. I'm gonna bring it in the next cast with paper out stories, because dude, I got some shit. But ladies and gentlemen, me and Jodi gonna wrap this one up because we got shit to do, just like you do. We're human beings like the rest of you motherfuckers listening. We love you. This is the Third Coast on the motherfucking Third Rock with your boy Nate and
Jodi Joe.
It's Jodi Joe. Don't you ever forget who that is. That's the one. We'll be getting back at you shortly. Don't you guys get to I don't know what the fuck. Y'all stay sexy. Love y'all. Peace.